Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Berkenda from the Orange Chamber of Commerce. This is the November installment of Eggs and Issues. I am here with the lovely Holiday Zimmerman at the HUBOC. As you can tell today, we are just issues and no eggs. We are sitting in a gorgeous office. So all of you are either viewing this live right now, hopefully you're live with us, or you're going to see this on the replay. So with that, if you have any questions, I do have a phone just outside your view, and I will take a peek to see if there's any questions in the chat a little bit later. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get started. But feel free to type in any questions. We're going to talk about so many different organizations that are under this umbrella that you may have questions. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce Holiday Zimmerman. She is of the HUBOC. Holiday, thank you so much for agreeing to be our guest today, number one.
Yes.
Also, graciously allowing us to have this here in your office. When I came in to see you last week, I couldn't refuse. I'm like, this is a great place to host and have a chat with you. So hopefully you're okay with that.
Yes, this is so great.
Before we get started, do you mind if I just kind of read a little bit? I have your bio here.
Sure.
I tell everybody just
absolutely.
to kind of get to know you?
Yeah.
Okay. So Holiday Zimmerman graduated from the University of California, Irvine with a bachelor's degree in social ecology and earned her master's degree in social work with California State University, Long Beach. During this time, she founded a ministry at Mariners Church dedicated to serving motel and homeless families while developing reciprocal learning opportunities. She served as the community engagement director at Mariners Church after transitioning to Friends Church as the outreach pastor, overseeing the food pantry as well as becoming the CEO of the HUBOC to serve the city of Orange. Well, welcome again, Holiday. As I mentioned, we normally like to serve everyone, our members, but also you breakfast. So I'll owe you breakfast. There's so many great spots here in the plaza that we can go to that we will get breakfast another time if you don't mind.
No, I'd love to.
I feel like it's a great time to chat with you. I know we were, I think, originally scheduled to speak in October, but with elections and we had so many things going on at the chamber, we decided that this would be a good day. And then Elizabeth, who's also here with us today, our executive director, had mentioned, let's do it on November 29th. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, that's also Giving Tuesday.
Yes.
So that's just a unique opportunity for us to speak to you when you guys do so much for the community and perhaps people are working on their year-end giving. Yeah. So we can kind of have people get to know you and then go from there.
I love that. So gracious. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Well, getting started with some questions. I read over the many websites that kind of link off of the HUBOC, and I think let's start, because there's so much, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
And I know that for you, that's got a very personal touch to it. So if you can tell me how the HUBOC was founded and tell us how that was founded, that'd be amazing.
Yes, I'd love to. Actually, so I've been in the social work world and working with nonprofits my whole life, for my whole working career. And it was in 2017 that my father suddenly passed away. He was an inspiration to me. He worked also in the nonprofit world. He was a pastor and very passionate about serving those in need. And it was very sudden that he passed away. We were kind of shocked. We weren't expecting it. And a year later, found out that he had started kind of a nonprofit. He hadn't been able to explain exactly what he wanted to do, but we knew he wanted to do good is kind of where he started it from. And there was a small board, and they ended up handing it over to me. They just felt like that was the right thing to do. And that was in 2018. So it kind of just sat there. We prayed about it, took a look at what we wanted to do with it, and then my husband was brought into the city of Orange to be the pastor here at Friends Orange. And so from there we began this journey of just really seeing what is the city needing, what is the city wanting, and where are the needs. And we found that the Youth Centers of Orange was in need. It was serving our most vulnerable kids, kids living below the poverty line, to offer free after-school care. And so we started volunteering there. We got our church involved and started volunteering there, and I got to know the board, and they asked me to basically come along and help consult, be a part. And as I got involved with the board, they asked if I had a nonprofit. Well, as you know the story, I did. And so from there, they asked if I would take on the Youth Centers of Orange to see if we could better advance the story and help more kids be helped. And so we said yes. So it became a subsidiary under our nonprofit, and that was the very beginning of partnering with the city and seeing how we could best help those in need. So that's kind of the beginning of the hub, and can go from there. But yeah, that's our first journey.
And I think that happened because I know we hosted an event with Youth Centers of Orange when it was over on Grand Street.
Yes, yes.
So I want to say that was maybe 2017. They had a huge event there.
Yeah.
It was just amazing to see all of the kids, and it was like the whole community came out. So the year that you guys put it under the hub was that, what, 2020, correct?
2020.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, exactly.
So I guess where would we start? Since we started with Youth Centers of Orange, maybe let's start there and how that works with the community and how people can get involved with Youth Centers of Orange. Who they serve, where they are.
Yeah. So right now we're serving about 150 youth. We want to get to 550, which we believe is the biggest need in our city and the city of Orange. And what the Youth Centers of Orange does is it offers free after-school care for kids below the poverty line. And why that's so important is the most vulnerable times for youth is between the hours of after school until 6 p.m. That's when the most violent crimes happen to youth. That's when the most trouble kids get into, because there's not a lot for them to do and they're home alone. So we want to make sure kids are protected and they're not home alone, that they're able to get tutoring, be read with, be around great mentors, and that's why we want to make sure those kids are kept safe. And so that's what the Youth Centers of Orange is about. It's not just a place where kids come and just hang out. It's a place where they really get poured into. We have different aspects of that, but our staff is highly trained to make sure they learn the gift of hospitality, that they're tutored, they're helped with their homework, that they get to do recreation and sports. And we're advancing in a variety of different ways, partnering with the city to make sure they are safe. And so there's so many ways to get involved. You can sponsor a kid. It's $2,500 a year to have a kid, a youth be in the youth centers all year. That's through summer as well, an all-day summer camp, so they're safe all summer. That helps families be able to stay in their jobs, be able to work all day, not worry about their kids, leave work. So it really helps our families that are living below the poverty line advance in their jobs and be able to stay in their jobs and not be stressed. You can volunteer as well. We have people come in and read, teach kids, help them with their homework, do recreation. We partner with Chapman, we partner with other universities, and just people who have time to come and read with the kid. It's just a great place to be.
And I stopped by to see you last week just to figure out how to, this is a lovely space. We're at Friends Church today, if I didn't mention that already, but it's massive. And so I stopped by to see kind of how to get in. That way, first thing this morning I wasn't fumbling around and, not in the dark, but, outside trying to get in. But when I stopped in, was it a Thanksgiving camp?
Yes. So when the kids don't have school, we offer free care for the whole day. So we had a Thanksgiving camp. Yeah.
The kids were amazing. So just so that you guys know, I walked in and there's kids everywhere just kind of doing different crafts, but it was a buzz, but not like a crazy buzz. Sometimes you walk into someplace and there's kids and they kind of seem like they're everywhere. They were buzzing around doing things, and a couple of them stopped what they were doing, came over, introduced themselves. And I know, and I mentioned it to you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the kids came over and said hello, and they were so pleasant. And you mentioned that was part of what you introduced them as far as hospitality and speaking to people, and not just being on your device, and really being aware of who's in the room. And it was amazing. And that's awesome.
That's what people say when they experience our youth centers, that they say the kids shake their hands, they look them in the eyes, they really have the gift of hospitality. We feel like that's a lost art right now, and so we really want our children to learn that, to be able to be the ones that greet people well, because those, that's a lost art. So we really try to honor that. Yeah.
It's amazing. You guys are doing great work with that, and I think I see you guys growing. I mean, that's only 400 more kids, and there are definitely 400 kids out there.
Yes,
for sure.
It's so true. It's so true.
Is huge.
Yeah. That's what we want to see happen. Pre-COVID, that in 2017. Before COVID and everything, we were up to 550 kids, and so we want to, we want to get back to that. It's a large number because of ratios. You have to have a staff per 20 kids. So doing the math on that gets us to the $1 million budget. So that's our 3-year goal. But every year we're just adding more kids, and that's why we do our 60 for 60 campaign, so we can add 60 kids to 100 kids each year. So we're trying to be as aggressive as we can with the 3-year goal, but maybe it'll be the 3 to 5 years. So that's our goal. Yeah.
And I know, so in passing by in the downtown plaza.
Yes.
There is a store, and I think because the store directly feeds into the Youth Centers of Orange as far as the funding and donations and things, I think that'd be a natural next thing to talk about. One of my favorites, Full Circle.
It's my favorite too.
So for anyone who doesn't know, please explain what Full Circle is.
Yeah. Full Circle is our meaningful marketplace. It's a thrift store, but we also offer opportunities for local artists that live in Orange to sell some of their home goods or jewelry. We partner with a variety of different organizations. One of the partnerships that we have is with our foster care community, and we are able to offer some opportunities for our emancipated youth. Those are youths that have transitioned out of the foster care system but are kind of transitioning out, then 18 to 21-year-olds, and we offer opportunities for them to sell some of their gifts. We've been able to launch a jewelry line through that called Baby Rouge. So we have a variety of different things that different people are offering as well. So we have some new items, and then we have thrifted items, because this is Orange and it's the greatest place ever, and it has some opportunities for you to get these amazing antiques and thrifted items. And so we have some amazing thrifted items. We have clothes, and we have home goods, and it's really a cozy environment. We always have warm coffee and just a great experience, and you know that everything that you purchase gives back to help the community, which is so fun. I mean, who doesn't want to shop and then also know it's giving back, so you feel like you're doing good by shopping. We also have a lot of events, and we try to do live music occasionally, and we again partner with a variety of different agencies as well. We also partner with our Hub Resource Center, which offers free items and individualized items to those that are unhoused in our community. And then we partner with some domestic violence shelters and different places like that are in need. And we just say yes to anybody in need, really. We've had families who've experienced maybe a fire in their home, and we've been able to help the family come and just purchase, be able to shop for free and get any item that they need, but have a really great experience. And so we just say yes to anybody in need in our community, but we also have a really great time there. We partner with our Chapman University, and we have a work study program. So we have 20 amazing Chapman students that work there. So it's just a really great place to be. I feel like it's a cozy store, and it's really fun.
It is very cozy.
Oh, good.
I discovered it, interestingly, from Instagram.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So a lot of my own personal page is, linked to Orange, being with the Chamber and Youth Community Foundation of Orange. I just try to seek out all the different things that are happening in Orange, and so the store kept popping up, and one day I was like, where is that store? And sure enough, I've walked by many times, but sometimes, especially when you're working or you're going to and from a meeting, you're oftentimes just very singularly focused. You're just walking by, and so one day I was like, I am going to that store. I'm going to go see what it's about. And so that's when I came in, found out the story about, how the money is spent and how the things are brought in, like where the items come from. Because oftentimes it is also placed between stores that do, what is that called? Not bartering, but where you're actually receiving money for your clothes.
Oh, right.
That's called.
Right.
But that, and so I was thinking that's what it was. And I'm like, oh no, this is even, it's even better than that. I love those too. But oftentimes it's nice to be able to purge, do your spring cleaning, do your winter cleaning, and know that that's going to a good place.
Right, exactly.
And I'd hoped to wear something from that store today, but I just could not pull it off. I know I have in other episodes, but it's just a lovely place. And so when you're thinking about donating there, what are a few different ways that somebody can, I guess, be involved with Full Circle? Because I know you can drop off things, you can probably do money. Like, tell us about that.
Yeah. So the beginning of the year, we offer an opportunity for people to donate to offer our operational costs. So 100% of the proceeds will go to our Youth Centers of Orange. So we do that once a year, and we've amazingly had amazing donors that have been able to cover our operational costs. So we get 100% of the proceeds. So that's one way to donate. But you can also donate through your gifts, through your items, through, we call it like if you live simply so others can simply live. So sometimes it's just simplifying your closet, your home goods, things that you aren't using anymore, and you can offer and bring it anytime. We're open. Our working hours are Tuesday through Sunday, and you can drop off anytime during those working hours. You can just drive up in the back, or you can just bring it through the door, and then you can also shop. So sometimes people will bring in a bag and then they'll shop for some items. So that's super fun too. So that's one way you can be a part of. You can also volunteer. We have so many needs just volunteering with sorting. As you can imagine, when the donations come in, we love to sort, and some of the items we actually give out to the community through different like I said, partners that come by and pick up during the week to their organizations, whether it be different shelters that we partner with or the foster care community. And then we also sort to put items on our shelves. So there's so many fun ways you can get involved.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that everyone takes advantage of that, especially at this time where I feel like we tend to bring in a lot. And I saw that as I was looking through the days, Birthday being Giving Tuesday, I was like, okay, Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Yes.
Shop Small Saturday, and I'm like, what is Sunday? I'm like, Sunday is not because there's Cyber Monday, but I'm like, what's Sunday? And I found out, I don't know if you know this, and I don't know if this is a thing in Facebook. You tell us in the chat if this is really a thing, but I heard that Sunday is it's National Secondhand Sunday.
Yes.
I had no idea. Did you know that?
Somebody just told me that, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. We have a secondhand store, so yeah.
Right. So I was like, that is perfect, but I had no idea, and I was like, okay, maybe next year I'm going to incorporate that into something because it was too late. I found out last night.
Yes.
I was going through some Cyber Monday sales, and I'm like, what is Sunday?
It's so fun.
But it's kind of cool, and who knows, between now and like the next few years, we'll probably have us doing a day until Christmas at this rate. But.
Yeah. And it's good. We also have some new items during Christmas. So sometimes you might want to go Christmas shopping. We have some brand new ornaments, and then you can also buy something used as well. So it's kind of a fun opportunity.
I saw you guys had some like ugly sweaters and sweatshirts and the different items for
exactly.
Christmas, so that's amazing.
Yeah, so fun. It's so fun there. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the Hub Resource Center, so nice tie-in for the third organization. Yeah. So tell us about that, how it was born, and the partnerships.
Yeah. So one of the things I learned traveling globally for the past 30 years is that sometimes we have learned through our global partners that people would come in and they would have a plan coming from America. We think, we know how to go into that country and we're going to make it better, we're going to help. And what we found working globally is sometimes it is best to actually help those that are there and just listen to them and say, what do you guys need? What can we do to support you? Because they're the smartest people in their country, and how can we help? So taking that model globally, one of my passions is really to just ask the city, what do you need? And that's where the Youth Centers of Orange was born. It's like there was a need and we wanted to step in. And so whenever there's a need, we, as the hub, we want to be the hub that just simply says yes to the city. And we're planted in Orange, and that's why we say yes to the city. So whenever there's a need, that's what we end up doing. And so there was a need. The city needed some help with the homeless population, and so we stepped in. And so we basically are just the resource aspect of the homeless initiative that the city is in part of on Struck Avenue. And so we've been stepping in to just offer resources to those that are unhoused. We have over 40 partnerships now with CalOptima, with our county. I could go on and on of all the churches and the different organizations that are partnering with us. That's the other thing that we're known for as the hub, is we just say yes to partners. We think the more the merrier, the better. We're better together. If we, that was a statement I think everybody used to say in COVID, but I've always believed we're better together. And so we just say yes to partners, and we offer different resources every single day with different partners. And so that's one of the things that we do. So we just stepped in to help, and that's what we're doing. And so one of the things that Full Circle helps with is that when patrons come to get a meal or a hot shower or whatever it might be, we have an opportunity for them to visit our resource table. They'll interview or talk with a volunteer and get an opportunity to say, hey, this is what I need, this is what I'm looking for. So one example of that is we recently had a patron come and was getting a free hot meal, and then also a shower, and they were talking with one of our volunteers and expressing their need to get a job. They really wanted to work in the restaurant industry as a waiter, and so we offered to help with a resume and offered to help with the application. So they filled that out, and because there's such a need right now, was able to get the job that day, which was so exciting, so fun. The problem is that when you get a job in the hospitality world, you have to have a uniform and you have to provide that. And so this gentleman needed, a black button down, a black tie, a black belt, black pants, and black shoes. Well, that's over $100 or more. And so the volunteers heard this and jumped into action, called full circle within 20 minutes. Not only did this gentleman have one, but two black pants, black tie, black button down, black shoes. And they were so overwhelmed and couldn't believe it that they just burst into tears. The other issue that they needed is they needed to do $7 a food dollar handling license. So they needed to get that done. We were able to get that expedited, and he was able to get that finished, and he was able to start work the very next day. The best part of that is that a week later, he came back and said that he was doing such a great job, he was asked to apply for a corporate position. And he was able to get into housing because of his job. And so it's just been so fun to see. We try to be as rapid as we can to offer resources so quickly so that they're not staying unhoused, that they're able to get the job, to get the housing, or to get the housing, to get the job, whatever it might be. So that's one of the things that we do, and how we partner with the city to make sure that our unhoused get housed. Yeah.
And so if somebody, let's say we have somebody watching on Facebook here that is in need today,
yes,
how would they contact the Resource Center today? Is there a location they can go to?
Yes.
Or would they go to Full Circle? Would they come here?
Yes,
Where would they
yes.
go?
We're on Struck Avenue, right next to the police department. We're open every day except Sunday, from 9 in the morning till 3. So you can come any single day, and there's resources, there's hot showers, hot meals, and like I said, over 40 partners that are there. We partner with medical, dental, you name it. Lustonic comes. I could name all of our partners, but it would list them would be too long, but it's been just a great place, so they can come anytime. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, as far as volunteers,
yes,
because I know an organization like that, and any of the organizations that you have, just takes so many volunteers.
Yes.
How would somebody get involved, or what's the best way for someone to get involved? Like, what's your direct need? I would say today, if you could pick the one thing that you're like, hey, I really need this today for the Resource Center, what would that look like?
Yeah, we need volunteers all the time to sit with people, to share a meal, to serve food, to offer. We do everything through appointment based, so to offer appointments for them to get their showers, and to talk with them to see what their needs are, to really be somebody that they have an ear for, to be able to listen and to be able to take that next step. So we're always looking for volunteers. Like I said, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 3. You could come by anytime. You can also visit our website, HUBOC.org, and you can volunteer. They have different hours you can volunteer, but we would take you for 30 minutes, we would take you for 10 minutes, we'll take you for the full shift, which is a 2-hour shift, anytime.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so as people are watching today, if you are going to tune back in later, once this is all done, we've kind of closed the live and we go back and put the labels on it, we'll make sure to add the website so people can get involved as much as they would like to.
Great.
And I want to just put in there, because I was looking through their website, or the Hub Resource Center, the learning about it, and I saw that there might be, I know a lot of times this time of year, I know my family does this, and I've seen a lot of different families, and there's the giving boxes and different things that people like to put together as a family, especially this time of year, although this is a year-round it's a year-round organization, but this is always a nice time to kind of get things started and kick off the next year, right?
Yes.
Is putting together, was it a homelessness care kit?
Yes, yes.
I think that, to me, it looked really simple, and I know that there's different things and projects that people do together as family. Can you, I can pull it up, but do you happen to know, can you tell people what the homeless care kit is and kind of how easy it is to put that together as a family and then drop it off?
Yeah. One of the funnest things I love to do with my kids is to shop and talk about the needs in our community. And so we offer that, so you can go shopping. We have a list online which we can provide for you. Simple things like a pair of socks, a few non-perishable items, and then we always ask for you to write a note just of encouragement. And so it's a great way. We have homemade cards from kids, families, different individuals, just offering encouragement. And we have a list of items, some hygiene items. You can do a hygiene kit, or you can do a non-perishable food kit, and very simple items that you can put in and that we give out every single day. Yeah, we give around 40 to 60 of those a day, so we often need those.
Okay, well, I will add that to my list of things to kind of put together over this holiday season with my family, and maybe bring some back after, during Christmas time. Would be great. And then why orange?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you perhaps could have landed in a number of different places. How did you come to find orange specifically, and how did that come to play?
Yeah. Friends Church Orange. So my husband became the lead pastor here, and I love what the church can do. I mean, we have hundreds of people that can volunteer, and I love partnering with other churches and other nonprofits. And so when we landed here, we just asked, what is the biggest need? So we asked the city, what is the biggest need? And that's why we're here in Orange. But that's kind of how the story dominoed after that, is that we just got involved and started through Friends Church. Yeah.
Awesome. And what would you say makes your organizations unique?
I think one of the things that make us unique is that we just respond to what the needs are. We love partnering with the city. I think that's our biggest passion, is we love to hear and be upfront with what's happening, what are some of the issues that the city's facing, really understand the dynamics of what the needs are. And so that makes us unique, because we really try to respond and act and say yes to whatever that is. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I think I'm going to take this time and just double check. I have another phone, as if there weren't enough devices in the room. I want to see if there's any questions, and so I'm just going to pop onto the Chambers page real quick, as quickly as my phone will allow, and see if there are any questions. It's not allowing. Oh, here we go. Maybe not. Okay. Got one comment. What does it say? Hopefully it's something good. William Russell Masters says, let me just make it a little bit bigger. Not a question. He starts with not a question. Thank you, Bill. Talking to all here. I love Friends Church. 27 years. You're Berkenda and Orange. Awesome home to call my church. Come visit us. You will love it too. Do you know Bill Masters?
That's so great. I just love it when people give encouragement. It's so wonderful to have encouragement. Thank you, Bill. Yes.
Thank you, Bill, for watching today, and thank you everybody for watching. If anybody has any questions, we have time. So if you have a question, type it in. I will check back with you in like 2 questions. Okay. So let's see, what else do we have here? Let's talk about you as CEO.
Yeah, okay.
I know that you've got all the organizations, and so what does a day look like? What does your role as CEO involve?
Yeah. I'm here in Orange every day, and so I love to visit all of our sites and just see what are the needs. And one of my passions is to solve problems, and so I love to go visit, talk with our staff. What are they needing? What is our staff needing? I really want our staff to feel that they're getting everything they need, because it kind of starts there. And so I really just try to encourage our staff, try to be involved in all the different aspects of what's going on while I'm here, and we hear the hustle and bustle of the kids here, or if I go to our Hub Resource Center, or if I'm at Full Circle, I try to be at one of those places every single day. And then I love partnering with our city. So I meet with our city, get to hear what's going great, if there's any problems, what we can solve, try to just be a great partner with that. And so that's kind of a little bit of what my days like. Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah. I know it's nice because everything's fairly close.
Yes.
I know when I met with you last week, just ever so briefly, I was like, okay, where are you going to be?
Yeah. Yeah, everything's a mile apart, so I just like either drive or walk, sometimes I walk. Yeah, exactly. I like to get exercise. Yeah, exactly. Pedaling
a
down.
bike or a scooter, electric scooter,
yeah,
to
that'd
get
be
you
awesome.
from to and from. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about raising funds, because it is Giving Tuesday, and I know with multiple organizations, raising funds has to be one of your core, core items.
Yeah.
What does that look like? How do you guys go about raising funds? And do you have anything specific that you're doing for Giving Tuesday that we can have our audience take part in, our members and business community take part in?
Yes. Thank you for asking that. So generous. So yes, we are always raising funds to help those in need. Our Youth Centers of Orange, like I said, it's $2,500 a child. Our ratios are 20-1. So we have a staff per 20 children. So obviously you can kind of do the math on that. And our goal is to get to 550 kids in the next 3 to 5 years. We've been able to serve 150 kids with our $300,000 budget. We want to add more. We have kids on the waiting list, especially for our walking programs. Just a little info on that is that to get kids into our centers, we have 4 centers. We walk them from their school, and so we want to make sure we walk them safely. And so to do that, we have to have the right ratios. And so we're always wanting to add kids to our program to make sure they're safe, and that's $2,500 a child. So you can sponsor a child, you can do that with a group, but every dollar goes towards that. And so that's our biggest goal right now, is making sure that we are able to fund that. Also, you can give to Full Circle as well. We're just starting our fundraiser to cover all of our operational costs, so 100% of our proceeds go to the Youth Centers of Orange, and we'll be starting that. That's our operational costs are $80,000 a year. That covers our rent, that covers different things that we offer there, and so that is starting in January, so we'd love to be able to cover that. So we get a quarter of our budget from Full Circle through the Youth Centers of Orange. And then obviously our Hub Resource Center, it costs a lot to feed people every single day, to shower them, to be able to do their laundry. And so we want to continue to do that. So any amount of money that you can give towards our Hub Resource Center will be able to help our unhoused find housing. So those are our 3 organizations that I say have the biggest need and ways that you can get involved.
Okay, yeah. That's a number of things.
Yes.
So like I said, I will definitely post the link on our Facebook. So this year, the Chamber, we're a nonprofit, and we also give to the business community, and we love to do everything we can for the community. So with that, we have I doubt you have, but because I know you're like everywhere. We have our business networking group that meets it's first and third Wednesdays. It's a really fun group. If you ever have time, come and let me know. I'll meet you there. We can all introduce
I'd love
people.
that.
It'll be fun. Yeah. It's amazing. And so with that group, it's been long standing. It predates me by probably decades, right? Yeah. Near the end of the meeting, we have what's called Happy Dollars, and it's so fun. So for those of you who don't know, come out to our business networking group, meet lots of our business community, but at the end of the meeting, be prepared to give a happy dollar. So what happy dollars are, it's anything that made you happy. So you might come to the meeting, and that day you might say like, okay, they say, does anyone have a happy dollar? Yeah. I know one time I gave a happy dollar because school was starting and I volunteered at Chapman, and I was just happy to see everybody coming back.
Yes.
Somebody has, a child getting married, you have a business success. And so it's $1 here, $1 there. Sometimes people give a couple dollars. We've now advanced to Venmo.
I love Venmo.
You can Venmo your happy dollars, which is really cool. But as you can imagine, it's like small chunks here, and it's just a way for that group to give back a little bit to an organization within our community. And so those funds go to different things over the years as far as the nonprofits in our community. And so this year, as we're nearing the end of the year, we'd like to give the happy dollars to you.
Oh my gosh.
To the HUBOC. And so I have that here for you.
That.
We have a check for
Thank
you.
It's
$200, and so that's a lot of happy dollars.
That's a lot of happy dollars. Thank you so much. That is so generous. I was not expecting.
So from the Orange Chamber of Commerce to the HUBOC,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Wish you a happy Tuesday.
This made me happy.
Happy Giving Tuesday.
Thank you for the happy dollars. That made us so happy. We're so grateful. We're so grateful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So generous. That's so fun. Thank you.
It made it really fun to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So we're happy to be able to do that for you guys today.
Thank you.
Now, I would love to just ask you, because you are around town, you do walk and just do all the things.
Yeah.
Have you figured out, I won't ask you a favorite restaurant because I feel like that puts other places on the spot, but have you found like a favorite thing that you like to do throughout town? Maybe a holiday that's happening so far, or just an event that's happening? Is there anything, what do you love about Orange?
Oh my gosh, I love Orange. So funny thing, my daughter got me hooked on Gilmore Girls. And it's so fun because I feel like every time I walk into Orange, it's like a scene of Gilmore Girls.
You're right.
Right?
Yes.
And who
welcoming.
Yeah. I love Orange so much because we live in this amazing county of Orange County. But I believe Orange is one of the only places that has this small town feel where you get almost like this beautiful small town in the most amazing county with the greatest weather, but you get to feel like you've kind of gone in the past a little bit and get to see these amazing buildings, and you feel like you're just in this little corner of a special place. You almost feel like you're in a movie scene. So that's what I love about it. It feels protected, it feels safe, and it feels like you just get to go on a little vacation every time I'm here, and which is every day. And I always feel like I'm in a scene of a movie. Just love walking in the stores. I love walking obviously into Full circle, but I love going in the coffee shops, and you get to know everybody. And it's a very small town feel. We look out for each other here. That's something I've never experienced except in this city. And so I've just loved being able to walk down and say hi to different people. We have customers that come in daily on different days. So we have our Tuesday customers and our Wednesday customers, and we get to be caught up on their families, and then I get to hear about what they're doing in the city. So I am such a big fan of Orange. I feel like everybody should go weekly just to experience that small town feel, grab a cup of coffee and walk and look in all the shops. There's no place better, I think, in Orange County. So I love it.
I would have to agree.
Yeah.
That's how I came to find Full Circle, like I
Yes.
said, and I do with the walk. I do my walk, and I call it like a walk and work.
Yeah.
Another member and I do a walk and sing. So if you
Yes.
ever see me singing, like we try to do that on the side streets, because while she is an amazing singer, I am not.
That is so cute. But see, that's what I
I'm
love
like in the
about
back
Orange.
streets way behind
Yeah.
Chapman, like,
Yeah.
singing in front of people's houses. But
love
it's just
it.
a nice spot. You can walk, you can, do your work while you're walking.
Yes.
You can get your steps in. I know Run Orange
Yes.
just finished the
Yeah.
26.2.
Yeah.
I didn't quite make it 26.2, but I tried.
No, but you were out
I just was
there.
out here
Yeah,
walking around
yeah.
like in
love
circles
it.
down around the blocks and stuff.
Yes.
But as I mentioned with the chamber, we are really heavily focused on our business community in general, but business. Is there any specific way that the business community can help you all out?
Oh gosh. Well, we want to be able to make sure that we're supporting you guys, and that's what the Hub's about, is making sure that we're helping the business community in any type of way. And so any partnerships that you have, or any ways that you want to be involved or give back, or ways that we can support you, I think would be the greatest thing. So how can we help? Really, the business community is really what we would like to offer, is that we can help in any type of way and partner with you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. And I know you gave me, you guys have your news from the Hub.
Yeah.
They have their annual report that just came out. And so I know that if you do sign up, everyone will receive this. And it's a great way. I glanced through it this morning. It's their second edition. It just tells you about all the wonderful things that have gone on through this year. I know you had your 60 Kids in 60 Days. That was through Full Circle. Just amazing things. So please, please, please make sure, go to their website, sign up, get the paper, get involved. Anything else before we kind of head into a landing here?
I just wanted to end on a story, because I don't know, I feel like we want some good news. So I wanted to tell you a really fun story that happened just recently. We had a young mom who was experiencing homelessness, living in a homeless shelter, and she has 3 amazing kids. And she was struggling. She was in a shelter, and in the shelters, you can't stay there during the day. You sleep there at night, but then you kind of have to leave for the day. Well, you can imagine with 3 young boys how hard that is to be able to not have a place to land after school. And she was working the night shift. She was working the night shift so that she could be home for her kids after school. And it was really difficult. She was working the night shift, not being able to sleep, then having to do homework with her kids in the car, find different parks for them to be able to play after school, and she was so exhausted. She heard about the Youth Centers of Orange through the school that her kids were at, and she kind of felt like it was too good to be true, like really free after school care. But she went, talked with our director, and she was able to sign up that very day. Her 3 kids were able to have a free place to go, and with that, she was able to apply for the day shift, which completely changed her life. Being able to sleep, being able to get sleep, she was able to work the full shift, and she was able to get into permanent housing because of that. And so just being able to watch her kids thrive and be able to see her, it's emotional for me, because I've been able to see her children just come alive, and her come alive, and her to have a safe place. And I just want to thank the donors and the city for being able to offer this, because free after school care really does change lives. It really changes parents who are struggling to be able to have a place for their kids who are safe. They don't have to be stressed. Their mental health is able to be benefited because of it. So many things happen, and really, truly, lives are changed because of it. So I really wanted to end with that, just a good story of things that are happening in your city.
Thank you so much, Holiday.
Yes.
Before I let everybody go, I do want to go into a couple announcements, if you don't mind.
Yes.
So let's see, what do we have coming up? So we have a ribbon cutting at California Inspire Academy. That's going to be on Thursday, December 1st. We also have, let's see, our tree lighting. That is with the City of Orange.
Oh, yeah.
I think I thought you guys are going to be a part of that.
Yes, we're going to
as
be
well.
a part of that.
I know the Chamber's going to be a part of it. So our huge tree lighting out here in the plaza, that's going to be on this Sunday, December 4th. You do not want to miss that. It's one of my favorites of each year. I feel like everybody comes to downtown. It's really fun. So that's on Sunday. Our last business networking group of the year is going to be on Wednesday, December 7th. So if you are looking to get involved and you want to kind of kick off your year right, I'd say come to this one because you want to meet everybody this year and get started for just networking and meeting the community and being involved this year. So that's on December 7th. What else do we have? Also December 7th, we have our holiday mixer. That's going to be at Skin Station Spa. And then last but not least, I see we have a ribbon cutting at Calaveras, their Orange location, on Thursday, December 8th. Did I miss anything, Elizabeth? I think I got everything. Okay, perfect. So what I'd love for you guys to do, make sure, first of all, follow the HUBOC and all of their organizations on social media.
Yes.
Go ahead and get the newsletter, get involved. Ingrain yourself in them. Just do everything with them. But then also please follow us because we have events all the time. We are here for you as well. So follow us on social media to stay in the loop on any events. Thank you so much to our Chairman Circle sponsors. We could not do this without you, our board of directors, our members, and our staff. For the holidays, we will be dark pretty much after that Calaveras. We're pretty much dark for the holidays and we'll circle back with you next year. So go ahead and keep us in mind and then we'll see you for Eggs and Issues again in January. Thank you guys so much today. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time. Have a good day.
Thank you.